Which expression is equivalent to x to the power of 70 divided by x to the power of negative 97? All right. So when we're handling this question, we have to understand something here. We have to follow our rules and we have to follow it to the letter of the law. I know a lot of us might be looking at a question like this and think that the final answer is answer choice B. I can empathize with you if you believe that that's the answer, because if you're not comfortable working with negatives, even if you know the rule, the law of exponents, if you're not comfortable with negatives, this will bite you for sure. Let me show you what I mean here. We have x to the power of 70 divided by x to the power of negative 97. Everyone, by rule, when we are dividing powers of the same base, x in this case, what do we do with those exponents again? We subtract those exponents. Exactly. When we are dividing powers, subtract those exponents. Here's the kicker though. One of the exponents is already negative. So how is that going to look? Exactly like this. Watch this, everybody. I'm going to have the numerator's exponent, then I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to show you the denominator's exponent. Everyone, do you notice, like I do, the double negative? Do we notice that? Yeah, ew, boo, yeah, double negative. So when we see that, remember everybody, a double negative becomes addition, becomes a positive. And so with that, this turns into 70 plus 97. 70 plus 97 is 167. So this becomes x to the power of 70 minus negative, which is plus, making it x to the power of 167. Another way that I can clearly show you this without making you rage bait and rage out is by pointing out that we have a negative exponent in the denominator. So another way that we could technically view this, everyone, is like this. Let me bring this over here. Another way that we could technically view this is by moving this from the denominator to the numerator, and that allows us to get rid of the negative on the exponent. And so I hope that it's a little more clear from here that, yeah, we are multiplying powers. We can add those exponents, and that becomes the same correct answer that we have up here. So hopefully we notice that. Hopefully we can see that. But the correct answer nonetheless is answer choice C. All right, let's tackle this next question. We are solving a proportion, and this proportion is of the form 18 over x equals 3 over 5. So what we're going to do, everybody, is, well, 3 ways we can do this, really. I'm just going to begin by cross multiplying and dividing, and then I'll show you a different technique to show you how much time you can save simply if you know what to look for. So here we go. I'll just begin the normal way, cross multiply, x times 3, 3x, then 18 times 5. Don't know what that is off the top of my head, so I'll go ahead and just calculate it on the side. We have 18 times 5, so 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 1 times 5 is 5, carry the 4 is 9. So we have 3x equals 90. And then from here, everybody, after we cross multiply, we divide. So we have divide by 3 on both sides to get rid of that 3 on the x. And that's going to cancel out, leaving us with 90 divided by 3. And what's that going to be, everybody? 90 divided by 3 gives us 30. And there we are. That's answer choice B. Now, again, allow me to show you a much faster way to get this done. Let me just move this off to the side and bring the original problem right there. And just check this out. The main idea is this. Compare the same things in the same way. So if I'm trying to get to x, I can try to see if there's a way to go from top to bottom, from the 18 to the x, or I could try to go from 5 to the x. Again, either way, if I can make it work, it works. And here's how you do that. I don't know how I could copy 18 to x as 3 to 5. Again, going top to bottom, I don't really see a number I can multiply or divide by. So I'm not going to force that issue. But what I do notice is this, everybody. If I intend to go right to left, I can do this here. Not because 5 and x, but because of 3 and 18. Everyone, help me out. What number do I multiply or divide by to get from 3 to 18? What can I multiply or divide by there? Yeah, I can multiply by 6. 3 times 6 gives me 18. That's the comparison. And guess what? That's how you know that you can get the correct answer by going from 5 to x times 6. That's how you know. Compare the same things in the same way. Everybody help me out. What is 5 multiplied by 6? What's that going to be? It's almost like that answer is on the screen already somewhere. Look at that. That's 30. Correct answer, done without putting your pencil to paper. If you notice the comparison, you can reflect the comparison in the same way, and you are good. All right, so next problem up. First thing we do, regardless of how lengthy or short a question might seem, again, everybody straight to the question sentence. So at what speed is he traveling? So here's the thing, everybody. When we're talking about test taking strategy, you tell me in the chat box, is it possible, at least for you, is it possible if we read too quickly, if we start straight from the top, is it possible that your mind might automatically gravitate towards, 70 times 2, 140, answer might be A. Who thinks that that is a real threat, a real possibility, especially if you're just refreshing on this topic? Yeah, always a very, very real danger, right? It's always a danger. Regardless of how possible you think it is for it to happen to you, it'll always happen to somebody at least once. And so let's go ahead and prolong that, right? Let's make it happen on the harder questions, not the easier ones. Because if you read the question sentence, you read that we're looking for speed. Which, everybody, what's another word for speed in terms of the topic of today? Yeah, rate. So we can see from the question sentence, before we get confused with this, we can see from the question sentence that we're looking for the rate. So that might give you pause when you say, hey, they gave me 70, which is distance. They gave me time, which is 2 hours. And when you plug everything in, you notice that you're not multiplying, you're working backwards. Because if I plug everything in, the 70 does not go here. The 70 goes here. And we are looking for the rate, and we are multiplying by time, which is 2 hours. So now that we understand how we plugged everything into the formula, we can see that we're not multiplying because we don't know what that factor is. We already have the distance, so we have to work backwards and divide. Again, working forward, you multiply the rate and the time together to get distance, but you work backwards to figure out the rate or the time individually. So divide by 2 on both sides, and we are set. Cancels out on the right side, and 70 divided by 2, that is 35. There we are. Our rate here is 35 miles per hour, and the correct answer here is answer choice C.